Every single minute, somewhere in the United States, a heart stops beating. Not because of an accident, not because of violence, but because the strongest muscle in the human body finally gives up. Heart disease is the #1 killer in the USA. It kills more people than cancer, car accidents, and violence combined. Yet it doesn't come with loud warnings. It doesn't announce itself. It grows quietly inside everyday life. This is not just a medical explanation. This is the real story of the American heart, how it lives, how it suffers, and why it fails. Every 33 seconds, somewhere in the United States, a human heart stops beating. Not because of an accident, not because of violence, but because the strongest muscle in the human body finally gives up. It happens silently, almost invisibly. Heart disease has quietly become the #1 killer in America, surpassing cancer, car accidents, and countless other causes. Yet most people never see it coming. It does not shout its presence. It does not send alarms. It grows slowly, feeding on convenience, stress, poor lifestyle, and habits that feel normal, harmless, and acceptable. Every day, millions of Americans go about their lives, unaware that the very organ that keeps them alive is struggling silently, carrying the weight of their choices, their environment, and their stress. Your heart has been working for you since the day you were born. It does not rest, it does not pause, and it never asks for gratitude. It beats more than 100,000 times a day, pumping blood through an intricate network of arteries, veins, and capillaries that stretch tens of thousands of miles. It delivers oxygen, nutrients, and life to every cell in your body, all while you are sleeping, working, worrying, or dreaming. It never complains, it never takes a day off, and it never forgets its responsibility. And yet so many of us ignore it. We rush through life, eating fast food, sitting for hours, staring at screens, pushing our bodies beyond natural limits, thinking that these sacrifices are worth it. The heart silently bears the cost. It works harder, strains, and adapts to habits that are slowly weakening it, often without any obvious warning. But the consequences are real, and they are inevitable if ignored. Fast food is everywhere in America. It is convenient, cheap, and addictive. Burgers, fries, pizzas, sugary drinks, fried chicken, and desserts are marketed as quick solutions for busy lives. They are tasty, satisfying in the moment, and easy to access. But they are poison for the heart. Loaded with saturated fats, trans fats, sugar, and salt, these foods slowly damage the arteries. Over time, fat begins to stick to the walls of blood vessels. Plaque builds up, arteries narrow. Blood struggles to flow. The heart has to work harder, pumping against resistance, often without warning. One meal will not destroy it, but decades of unhealthy choices silently prepare the heart for failure. And most people do not notice until a heart attack occurs. Prevention, however, is powerful. Every healthy meal, every balanced plate, every conscious choice is a gift to the organ that never stops for you. Nutrition is not just a habit, it is a promise to your own life. Sugar hides in plain sight, disguising itself in drinks, breakfast cereals, sauces, energy drinks, desserts, and snacks. Too much sugar contributes to obesity, high blood pressure, insulin resistance, and diabetes. Diabetes damages the blood vessels, doubles the risk of heart disease, and slowly wears down the heart. Millions of Americans live with prediabetes or insulin resistance without knowing it, unaware that their heart is already under silent attack. Every soda, every candy, every sweet drink adds strain to the most important muscle in their body. Awareness, education, and small adjustments can turn the tide. By choosing to limit sugar, eat whole foods, and nourish the body properly, you give your heart the strength to keep beating for decades. Stress has become a national epidemic. Deadlines, bills, mortgages, job pressures, student loans, medical expenses. These weigh heavily on the mind and even more heavily on the heart. The body treats stress as danger, releasing hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Heart rate rises, blood pressure spikes. For short periods, this reaction is helpful, designed to protect and prepare us. But when stress becomes chronic, relentless, and unrelenting, the heart remains trapped in a state of constant overdrive. Day after day, month after month, year after year, the heart never gets to rest. Chronic stress weakens the arteries, elevates blood pressure, and accelerates plaque buildup. Modern life demands more from the heart than ever before, and yet it is rarely given what it truly needs: care, rest, and attention. Smoking and alcohol compound the problem. Smoking damages the lining of blood vessels, thickens the blood, and reduces oxygen supply. Alcohol, when overused, weakens the heart muscle, alters rhythm, and stresses the liver, which indirectly affects the heart. Late nights, lack of sleep, Energy drinks, irregular routines, and constant mental strain confuse the body and the heart even further. The American heart is overworked, overstimulated, and undernourished, yet it keeps beating, silently performing miracles every day, never asking for forgiveness or warning for the damage it silently endures. Sitting has become the new epidemic. Most Americans spend 8 to 12 hours a day sitting, at a desk, in a car, or on a couch. The human body was designed for movement. Movement is life. When movement disappears, metabolism slows, circulation weakens, muscles become weak, and the heart loses efficiency. Even small actions like walking, stretching, climbing stairs, or simply moving every hour can make a significant difference. Inactivity slowly weakens the heart and the circulatory system. The body adapts, but the heart struggles silently. Heart disease often sends warning signs before it becomes fatal. Chest tightness, pain radiating to the arm, jaw, or neck, shortness of breath, dizziness, extreme fatigue. These are all signs that something is wrong. Many people dismiss these signals, blaming them on stress, indigestion, or thinking they are too young, too healthy, or too busy to be at risk. Ignoring these warning signs, see. Heart disease does not discriminate. It affects men and women, young adults, and the elderly. Women are often affected differently, with symptoms like nausea, fatigue, or shortness of breath, and their pain is frequently dismissed or misdiagnosed. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for women in the United States. Younger adults are increasingly affected, with heart attacks now occurring in people in their 20s and 30s. Poor diet, lack of exercise, chronic stress, and inadequate sleep are accelerating the aging of hearts. Heart disease is no longer just an issue of old age. It is a modern problem, affecting all generations. Behind every statistic is a real human story. A child losing a parent, a spouse losing a life partner, a family losing a future. Heart disease does not just stop hearts. It destroys lives, leaving grief, empty chairs, and unanswered questions. The good news is that most heart disease is preventable. Every small choice matters. Every healthy meal, every step walked, every effort to reduce stress, every moment spent caring for yourself is a gift to your heart. Prevention is not just advice. It is action. It is a promise to yourself and your loved ones. It is an opportunity to extend life, protect happiness, and honor the organ that has never stopped working for you. Your heart is beating right now. It has been working nonstop, silently supporting you through every struggle, every challenge, every joy, and every worry. It asks for nothing in return except your care, your attention, and your respect. The power to protect it is entirely in your hands. Make the choice today to eat better, move more, rest well, manage stress, and listen to your body. Every beat is precious. Every moment is an opportunity. Your heart gives you life every day. Will you give it the care it deserves in return? Awareness, action, and conscious choice save lives. Every heartbeat matters. Every decision counts. Protect your heart today because it is the most low.